Solana makes new all-time highs. As all of you are aware, you're not sleeping under a freaking rock. Crypto has been freaking pumping, making new all-time highs with Bitcoin, as we have been talking about for these last couple weeks. We've literally been talking about this possibility, a high probability of a massive Bitcoin short squeeze, which we have been witnessing these last couple days. And as well, as we talked about, if Bitcoin is the leading factor, we will go ahead and see altcoins also take off. And that's actually what we're seeing right now. Solana making new all-time highs. Currently right now, I believe it's around the $120 something range, and is going to be approaching, in my opinion, anywhere up to $180, and possibly we might be left with a surprise. Maybe 250 is around the corner as well, right? So I do want to go ahead and mention, do not get too overexcited with these numbers. Trade the market, make the money, and that's it. Don't get overly emotional with this. How's it going, Happy? Thank you for being here today. Brian, I really appreciate you for being here as well. Now let me go ahead and start sharing this live stream with the community. I am tuning in a little bit late, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I slept in pretty freaking good. I feel like these last couple weeks I haven't been really resting, and I'm finally catching up on a little bit of more sleep, right? So I'm really excited for what these next coming months is going to bring us. So let me go ahead and share this with the community. We are now live. Let me go ahead and do that. So I just went ahead and shared that on my, what is it called, my Discord. Now let me go ahead and head over to my Twitter. I think I might be logged out, so give me about 1 second as I log in. Let me go ahead and see what's going on with my Twitter. Twitter. Okay, I'm logging into my Twitter. Give me 1 second, because we're gonna need the Twitter when we start sharing these articles and everything. So let me go ahead and add that right here. Oh, dude, can I add it to the page? I guess I can't. So let me go ahead and redo it. Give me 1 second. Awesome possum. So let me go ahead and minimize myself, because all of you came here to look at some crypto analysis, not look at my face. How's it going, Goldie? Long time no see. How you been? Do you think there's going to be a big dump before a halving? I do think so. I think altcoins could go ahead and have a massive 40% drop, and that's kind of the reason why I'm telling a lot of you, don't get overly excited. But also we could have the opposite, where we have these key areas right here marked, which I'm actually going to go ahead and talk about shortly. All right, so let me go ahead and get started with today's live stream. So let's go ahead and minimize myself. That way, so we can start looking at some technical analysis and go into what I believe is going to be happening, right? So to a lot of you, it shouldn't be to no surprise. I've literally called every top and bottom these last couple weeks, man. I've been calling every top and bottom. Let me go ahead and put myself right here. I think that's a little bit too big, right? I think that should be good. We're going to be blocking a little bit of things, but I'm trying my best to not be in the way. I think this should be good. All right, we'll deal with it. If my face bothers you because it's too big on the screen, let me know. But let me go ahead and turn on the brightness on my charts a little bit. Give me 1 second while I turn on the brightness on my monitor. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on, right? What has been happening with Bitcoin. So before we go ahead and talk about Solana and all of that, let's go ahead and take a look at the fear and greed chart of Bitcoin right now. We are at extreme levels of greed, which shouldn't be to no surprise to any of you, right? Looking right now at the crypto bubbles, we are also seeing altcoins slightly take off. Bonk being like the leading factor right now, in my opinion. Over 45% up in the Solana ecosystem, right? Solana pumping as well. We did see Pepe these last couple days ago also pump a lot. Uniswap pump over 80%. So we're seeing a lot of these tokens start to take off, right? The lower cap, the mid cap tokens starting to take off, right? We're getting a lot of excitement in the market, and this is exactly why I want all of you to be very, very careful, right? I know this is a good time. A lot of you might have been making a lot of money or are making a lot of money right now. Your portfolios are probably looking nice, or probably a lot of you are like, dude, dude, I've lost a lot of freaking money because I was shorting the market, and I should have probably listened a little to you, and I should have probably considered not going all in on the shorts, right? So it's okay. I do want to go ahead and say I have been longing this market myself on Bitcoin. I made some money. I got wrecked. Didn't lose too much on my portfolio, but one thing that I'm noticing right now, it's what you want to go ahead and do is you don't want to be chasing any of these plays, right? I know the excitement. I know how you might want to go all in right now. If you're not in the market, just wait for a pullback if there's any pullbacks, but just go ahead and enter in cautiously, right? I don't want any of you to go ahead and be FOMOing in because we really don't know where the top is, right? A lot of people are pushing for Solana. We were talking about Solana being quite bearish back around these levels over here, and we talked about, you know, as soon as it breaks past 110 and holds 110 pretty nicely, our next price target is going to be 144. I mean, look at this. Like, I've literally you could go all the way back to all my videos of what we've been talking about, and I've literally almost called it to the T, right? And this should be to no surprise to you because this is very, very predictable. I mean, it breaks resistance, it makes new all-time highs, right? It's really, really simple with the technical analysis that we do here. We don't do anything, you know, out of the normal. I don't know any more information than the other next person does, right? The only leading factor that I believe helps me predict these markets more often than most people is because I look at the fundamental and the psychological side of the market, right? I understand because I spent so much time looking at these charts, literally minute to minute, second to second, day by day, hours a day. I could go ahead and gauge how the market's going to react when there's a reaction to something, right? So a lot of this is unpredictable through technical analysis, and honestly it comes to the point where you have to understand how the market moves. And this is the reason why I knew Bitcoin was going to go ahead and pump to over $60,000. You know, I told all of you over here, a lot of you were thinking of shorting the market back right here in the bottom, and I told a lot of you have to be very, very careful. I wanted to short the Bitcoin right here at this bottom, right, because it only made sense, but I told myself, let me go ahead and hold off and wait for confirmation because this thing could easily reverse and squeeze to the upside. And because I understood the fundamental side of it, I understood that there was a possibility of Bitcoin having some sort of short squeeze, I kind of held myself back and I decided not to short. Luckily, I didn't short because as soon as I was considering shorting, the market pumped, right? Then we had a lot of you during this range right here, with a lot of you were super bearish, right? And I was bearish over here while all of you were very, very excited about the market. And I was telling all of you, be cautious. I know all of you are pushing for $80,000 Bitcoin. It's not going to happen. More likely it's going to be a fake out before we reach to those levels. And a lot of you were longing the market here, right? Which was the dumbest thing to ever do. And I told a lot of you to not long the market here. Hopefully a lot of you didn't get wrecked, but then the sentiment changed when Bitcoin was falling down. Everybody wanted to short right here, and I was telling all of you, be very careful. There's a high probability that Bitcoin's going to have some sort of short squeeze. And a lot of you, I don't know, maybe shorted the market. I hope not, because I was giving you the warnings as to what was going to happen, and we've literally called it. You know, I told all of you right here within this range, be very, very careful. Shorts are going to get squeezed out as soon as Bitcoin reaches this $43,000 range to this $44,000 because of a lot of liquidations. And that's exactly what happened, right? We then saw Bitcoin quickly from $43,000, $42,000 run up all the way as high as $48,000, right? And a lot of people wanted to short right here. They're like, there's no way Bitcoin could be holding on for this long. And I told all of you, there was a period where Bitcoin consolidated 8 days before it had a major breakout. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer here. We had about a consolidation of about almost 10 to 11 days. So almost roughly, almost 2 weeks, a week and a half before we saw a major breakout. And a lot of people wanted to short Bitcoin right here, right? And I said, be very careful. As I mentioned once, all we need is Bitcoin to go ahead and pump 3% in order for shorts to go ahead and get squeezed out of their positions, pushing Bitcoin to the price of $57,000 above. I said as soon as the shorts get activated, Bitcoin's going to freaking moon, bro. You can go back to my videos. I've been literally talking about this over and over and over again, and I told you because I was looking at where the shorts were going to get squeezed out of their position, and it was literally a 3% move, right? Nothing out of the normal. So when we see these pumps, I don't understand why people are so surprised to what is going on with the market, bro. It's like literally I've been telling all of you, like literally point by point, of what we're going to be seeing, right? And none of you should be surprised to this, but none of you should be at this point longing. Like, you don't long at this point. Can we see Bitcoin shoot back up? Yes, I believe my price target for Bitcoin, I don't see it going any higher, in my opinion, than maybe around $85,000. If it does decide to have an additional run up, I don't think it'll run up any higher than that. I could be completely wrong. We maybe see another 40%, pump to the upside, but we have talked about how this level where we're at is actually a really good range, because if we go ahead and measure 2 hour correction of what we talked about, $40,000 Bitcoin, that would take us roughly to a 36% correction on Bitcoin, which is really nice, right? If you go all the way back, what we had in the last bull runs and in the past, we usually have those kind of corrections, right? We usually have those zones where we see Bitcoin pump very, very high, and then we see it correct. I mean, we saw it right here with Bitcoin pumped, and ended up topping at around $41,000, and it had a 31% correction before making a new all-time high. Made a new all-time high, topped at its top, dumped about 26% correction, did really good, right? This is where the top of the market was when Bitcoin reached $65,000 and corrected over 54%, right? A lot of people are saying this time the market's different. We might not see a 40 or 50% correction. I say otherwise. Bitcoin has never really corrected majorly. Bitcoin has literally been going to the moon for the last couple months. And this is the reason why I've been extremely bearish of Bitcoin overall, right? A lot of people have been quite the opposite. And regardless of the case, I've called most tops and bottoms. I haven't been wrong yet, right? And I'm okay being wrong. I'm not here to go ahead and put it in anybody's face that, I'm the best and that I could call every top or bottom. It's just that I spent so much time in the market that I know how this behavior goes. Like, it's to no surprise to what we're seeing right now. Like, I didn't wake up and I'm like, oh snap, Bitcoin's at $61,000. Like, dude, I freaking knew it. Like, I knew this was gonna happen. I don't wake up to no surprise to what the market's doing, right? Whether it's up or down, because I look at what's in front of us. I look at the sentiment of the market. I understand the fundamentals behind it. I look at under indicators such as the DXY, the stock market, how and what and why the market's reacting in a certain way. So I put a lot of factors and a lot of hours behind my technical analysis. I know it's simple support and resistance, but I haven't been wrong yet, right? So a lot of you have to be very, very aware of how predictable this market really is. It's not as crazy as you think. And we are overly hyped, man. We're in a freaking bubble. Like, if you don't think Bitcoin's in a bubble right now, there's something wrong with you. Look at the freaking monthly, man. Bitcoin has been pumping since freaking September. And a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, John, but we were in a bear market for like the last 2 years and a half. It doesn't freaking matter, bro. Like, you have to understand, a market can't go up forever. And that's what most people don't understand. A market can't go up forever. I know it's cool. I know it's nice. I know it's fun when everybody's happy and everybody's making money. But we need corrections in the market, because if we don't have corrections, then we start seeing these high levels of greed. So when we do correct, I don't know where the top is. I'm not going to call the top because I don't freaking know where the top is. I just said, there's a high probability Bitcoin's going to hit $57,000, and there's a high probability we might see $65,000 around the corner. I literally said this, right? You can literally see all my TA there. You can go back to my live streams, my videos of what I've been talking about, right? I've been sticking to this narrative for over a month and a half, right? Over a month and a half to what we've been talking about. So, are we in a bubble? In my opinion, yes, we are, man. We have to be very, very careful. And this is the reason why I'm telling you, don't get overexcited with what the market brings us. We might see $85,000 Bitcoin, right? We might. I'm not at this stage of age with what we're seeing in the market. I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see $85,000 like by next week. I'm not saying we are, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised, right? Because I didn't expect $65,000. I'm gonna be honest with you. At the most, I expected $57,000 and then have a smaller correction. But I did talk about how $65,000 and above, like $67,000 is actually my target. $67,000 would go ahead and take us, as you see right here. I actually have it drawn down. I have a little marker right here, and I said this is the possibility of a top nearby, $65,000 to $67,000. And the reason why I said that is because if we go ahead and measure this top to this bottom, you can go ahead and see that our correction will take us to around a 40% correction of Bitcoin, which in my opinion, that's really healthy, right? So we are in a freaking bubble, man. Look at this. Look how many months we have been pumping straight. We have been pumping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of just green, bro. 6 months. We need a correction, right? We could also be looking at this as the other end, right? We have really bullish signals right here. We have a double bottom, if you want to go ahead and call it, very, very bullish. We have a massive cup and handle pattern forming. So where is the top? I don't know. Is it going to be 65? Is it going to be 61? I don't know. But as you see, a correction will be followed for this cup and handle to be completed. And that could be taking Bitcoin to $39,000 for a lot of you telling me and asking me, John, do you think we'll see a market correction before we see new all-time highs being developed? 100%. And this is the reason why I'm telling you, don't be freaking excited, man. What we're seeing in the market, 65, 64, $60,000 Bitcoin should have never happened. Same way Bitcoin should have never pumped to the levels that we're at right now, but it has, right? So we are in a major bubble and we have to be very careful, because this is the time where everybody gets greedy and starts making a lot of money and are doubling down on their narrative. Look at these levels, extreme greed. That means people are extremely bullish. Does that mean we're near a top? No, I'm saying that we are getting closer to one. Where is that top going to be? Is it going to be $69,000? Is it going to be $85,000? I don't know, and neither do you. So I want to go ahead and tell all of you, stop trying to predict exactly where the market's going to top, where the market's going to crash, because they're going to continue to lose freaking money. If you just analyze the market and you're aware of what could potentially happen, and you just go ahead and leverage yourself into that position, whether it's up or down, not only are you going to minimize your risk of losing money, but you're also going to go ahead and minimize your levels of stress. You're not going to be freaking out where the market's going to go. I don't wake up with the market freaking out where it's going to go, because I traded Bitcoin these last couple of days. I made some money in like 15 minutes, bro. I was like, dude, I should have been trading Bitcoin this whole entire time. And I quickly got wrecked, right? And I told myself, okay, that's it. I'm going to take a break from trading. Do I want to FOMO very, very bad into the market because I'm seeing everybody make money right now? I see Bonk pumping 45%, which I knew was going to happen, but I decided to stay off. Do I feel like I'm missing out? Yes, I do. I do. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed, because I want to be, and I wish I would have been more on to this market, but last week it was pretty neutral, right? If you did long your positions on leverage, dude, you're doing very well, right? And if you have altcoins, you're doing very well in spot, right? See, for me, I was mostly just trading this market, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, I have FOMO so much that I really want to jump into the market, but at this point, I'm only going to jump in with whatever trades I want to jump into, right? Right now, a lot of FOMO will be kicking in, and it is kicking in, and this is the reason why I don't know where the top of Bitcoin is. A lot of people might try to short Bitcoin right now thinking it's going to crash to $40,000, and if we have enough retail believing that Bitcoin this is the bull run, they're going to long, dude, and we could see $85,000 Bitcoin. $85,000. I know everybody keeps on saying this is not the same markets that we were in the past. It's different. Corrections are not the same. The pumps are not the same. I agree. But at the end of the day, this is very, very predictable. This market's super predictable if you look at the clear signs that it's happening. So yes, to answer that question, I do believe Bitcoin will correct before the halving, in my opinion. So whether the top is $85,000, 65, 67, I don't know, and I don't freaking care, right? I would say if you are looking to go ahead and enter any leverage positions, enter your trades in and out, make your money and bounce. Stay on the sidelines and enter your trades. I would not recommend, this is just solely my opinion, holding on to these trades for too long, because the market's so freaking volatile that you're having both bears getting wrecked and you're having bulls getting wrecked. Like literally both sides of the markets are getting wrecked right now. It's not just, bears are all only getting wrecked. It's not just bulls are winning. No, there's so much greed in the market right now that it is so volatile that both sides are losing literally money because of greed. One wants to be right over the other, right? So whatever you're in, whether you're longing or shorting the market right now, make your money, take your profits, bounce, wait for the next play, and go day by day with how the market is moving. I would not recommend freaking longing for months if you didn't buy in Bitcoin at $17,000, $20,000. You know, so I'd be very, very careful with this volatility in the market. Any direction it could go, it's still not guaranteed. A lot of people could be shorting right now and we could see $85,000 Bitcoin. A lot of people could be longing right now and we could see Bitcoin collapse to 40-50%, right? So we're still at these danger zones where no one really knows where the market's heading. So I would say try not to predict it. Just know that the top is near. Where's the top? I don't know. Maybe 65, maybe 67, maybe 85,000, maybe 95,000. I don't know. I don't think it would go any higher than 85,000 in my opinion. That's like my near top. Like right here, this is my near top if we were to go ahead and see an additional run up with Bitcoin. It's between these two tops being it. Whether it's going to be in the high $65,000 range, around 67, or it's going to be $85,000. These are the two tops that I believe are going to be coming for Bitcoin. Those are the two tops, right? So we could still see an additional 40% pump. So if you are looking to trade Bitcoin, then I would consider going in and out on a lot of these trades because anything could happen any minute, right? And if you are looking to go ahead and get a little risky with this market, go ahead and check out BingX and MEXC. Both of these platforms are non-KYC platforms, and you can go ahead and leverage trade all the way up to 100x leverage. And you also have NordVPN. If you need a VPN, 69% off with 3 months extra. So the markets are looking pretty juicy, man. Really, really juicy. And we have to be careful. We are near a bubble. And I'd be extra, extra cautious right now at the moment. No, regardless whether Bitcoin pushes to $85,000 or not. Right now, if you are looking to go ahead and get a little bit more on the riskier side with a lot of these altcoins, as we're seeing, we're going to see a lot of these altcoins pump like crazy, right? We're going to see FOMO kick in. This is where FOMO begins to also kick in and people get super, super excited. And this is where you have to be the most cautious and the most careful when it comes to the market, right? As much as I want to FOMO into a lot of these positions, I'm going to stay in the sideline and just wait to see where the market goes. Can I miss out on the market? I can, but eventually the market's going to top off, right? So I'm still not worried with where the market's going. I do believe, you know, we will be having this whole entire bull run leading into 2025, and that's where the near top of the market will come. So we'll see a correction of $40,000 on Bitcoin. Then we're going to go ahead and get the Bitcoin halving. We're going to see a lot of probably these altcoins correct, you know, 40 to 50%, maybe a little bit more. And then the real bull run is going to happen. So this is not the real bull run in my opinion. This is like the little part of the bull run. So if you miss this, like me, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because in my opinion, this is not the real bull run we're all waiting for. This is just little pumps in the market, bro. Like if you're getting excited over a 40% on an altcoin, then either you have a lot of money invested into it or you've never seen those kind of returns, right? Those are the two scenarios. But we still have a lot of time to make money. We still have meme coin season where a lot of these meme coins pump like freaking crazy, which is usually after once we have this run up on altcoins, which is usually around April, right? That's where a lot of these meme tokens take off to the moon. So like even if you're not exposed to the market fully, whether you didn't leverage trade, whether you're not trading the meme tokens, whether you don't have enough money on your altcoins and you think you should have had more, take profits in my opinion. Take some profits because I do believe we could be seeing a correction on some of these tokens. If you're up thousands of dollars and you want to take a little bit of profits to buy the dips when the market corrects again, I would do that, right? Maybe take only a 30% profits of your portfolio, right? Because this market will correct. And a lot of people are going to go ahead and literally ride. If you're okay riding your gains to the upside and to the downside, and you're okay waiting, just in case this is not the real bull run, and let's say like this is the collapse, this was the bull run, like let's say this was the bull run, which I doubt it, but like let's say this was the bull run, right? And literally all the money you could have taken in profits, you're back to square one, and now you have to wait another 4 years. Let's just say, for example, if you're okay doing that, then just hold, dude. Don't freaking sell. Don't freaking sell. I wouldn't recommend that. That's why I trade, man. I trade this market because I don't know where any of these tokens are going to go. You know what I mean? I think it's a lot riskier, in my opinion, dollar cost averaging into a lot of these tokens instead of trading them. That's just my opinion. Because you're minimizing your risk. You're not betting on something in the future that's going to go well. Like, imagine for all the people that were betting on XRP and they missed out on the market. Imagine going all in on XRP because you heard it was going to be one of the best revolutionary technologies, and then you have Bonk freaking pumping 40%. You have Pepe pumping 80%. You know, like, do you really want to risk putting yourself in that position, right? So like what I've learned, it's like you could either do multiple things where you have multiple portfolios where you're okay bag holding for a couple years, and then you have your portfolio where you're actively trading to make active income in the market, right? And then you could also go ahead and have that one portfolio where it's like just gamble plays, where it's just the meme tokens, right? Because there's a lot of meme tokens right now taking off as well. But right now, with what we're seeing in the market, this is nothing, right? So I wouldn't get too excited for it, because I do believe some sort of top will be near in the market. I mean, if we go ahead and take a look at Solana right now, we do see Solana also doing something very, very similar. I mean, Solana has been running up. We did actually have one red month, which was January, and that actually looks kind of like the start of the same thing, you know, cup and handle pattern. A very small little correction. So Solana is going to freaking send, bro. I'm thinking Solana is probably going to be reaching $214 or maybe even a little bit higher. So we could realistically see Solana make new all-time highs and catch everybody by surprise. Because you have to keep in mind, Solana runs up quick, man. Like, as soon as Bitcoin makes the move, all these tokens are going to follow very, very quickly, right? And this is the reason why I'm telling all of you, you have to be aware of where the market's going. You know, maybe Solana breaks $500. I don't know. But if you're exposed to all markets and you understand the DeFi side, the centralized exchange side, the altcoins, the Bitcoins, you're going to be able to make money in every freaking market. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. Like, if you missed out on making money on Bitcoin, you have a chance to make money on altcoins. If you missed out making money on altcoins, you have a chance to make money on meme coins. If you missed out making money on meme coins, you have a chance of making money in DeFi and NFTs. You know what I mean? So like, if you don't limit your knowledge and your skill set of where you're learning in this market, you're going to have more opportunities than the average person. But if you just limit yourself to just being a Bitcoin trader, you're going to lose. If you just limit yourself to being the altcoin trader, you're going to lose. If you limit yourself to just be the poop coin holder, you're going to lose, bro. So you have to go ahead and pivot into the market as much as possible. And I know a lot of people can't do that. You know, maybe you have your career, your personal life, you're so busy, you can't do what you're like, John, I can't do what you're saying. Well, then that's okay. Just buy Bitcoin, hold, and dollar cost average. That's like the best thing I could tell you. Like, there's no solution to that. It's either you put in the time in the market or you get wrecked trying to figure out where the market's taking you. But the market's so predictable, man. All you have to do is just put in the time. You have to treat, a lot of people don't treat crypto with respect. A lot of people just think this is a platform where you just dollar cost average, you throw money in, and eventually in a couple years you're going to make a lot of money, which is usually the case, right? Usually the case. But that is also diminishing as time is going, right? The plays are moving a lot different. The market's moving a lot different. The conditions are a lot different, right? So maybe we don't get that big, you know, $100,000 Bitcoin that we believe in, or maybe we don't get that big, huge altcoin season that we're all praying for, right? We don't know. But if you're not aware of what's going on with the market, and you go all in on one altcoin thinking it's going to moon during altcoin season, and this is altcoin season, and all altcoin season does is bring a 3x, and you didn't take profits because you were waiting for that 100x like a lot of people are talking about, you're screwed, bro. You're screwed. That's just how simple the market is. I know it's unfair. The market's obviously clearly not real because you know, the stock market continues to go up. Like, I've been telling a lot of my I've been telling one of my buddies, man. He's telling about how he short the market, and I'm like, bro, this is the most ridiculous thing you can do. Shorting the market right now is the craziest thing you could be thinking about. I mean, look at the US 100. This thing is a clear cup and handle pattern, bro. Like, you can't get any more perfect than this. Like, this market, he was telling me, he's like, man, like what do you think of the market? I'm like, dude, it's overinflated. This is a fake market. It's a fugazi market. It doesn't exist. It's like we have more wars, economy's doing terrible, more job losses are coming, we have corporate layoffs, freaking bank runs are happening, banks are crashing, more banks are going to crash, yet the stock market is going up higher, making new all-time highs, and has been for the past 4 months. Do you think that is not freaking a made-up market? Do you think that this is not a fugazi market? Like, this is not real. This is not real. This is not a real market. This is the reason why we're seeing Bitcoin do what Bitcoin's doing, because this is not a real market. It's artificial. All of this is artificial. And there's a reason why I'm telling all of you, like, the more you look at the market, the more you're able to literally see the signs in front of our face. Like, this is so predictable. It's not even funny. We're seeing the US 100, the DXY do a reversal, and if we break past 104, this thing's gonna fly through, which is not good for the crypto market, specifically Bitcoin. That means we will be seeing some sort of correction. So this is a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern on the US 100, and that's why I've been bearish on Bitcoin, but I've been talking about this short squeeze because I know this is bearish. On the technical standpoint, fundamentally, Bitcoin should have never hit the areas where we're at right now. It should have been crashing, man. It's bearish. It's extremely bearish. And there's the reason why we had a lot of shorts shorting the market, because on a technical standpoint, it should have never done that, because the US 100 is going, the DXY is going up. But because this is an artificial market, the charts and your belief to what you're looking at doesn't exist, because when someone's pumping the market in their direction, in their favor, charts and TA go out the door. And this is the reason why I was bullish on Bitcoin, even though on a technical standpoint was the most bearish thing ever, because we had too many people doing technical analysis on it, telling you why it was going to dump. And yes, Bitcoin should have never topped to where we're at, but if you have enough dumb money, enough dumb retail players trading this market thinking that Bitcoin's going to pump to 100,000, and you have a whole bunch of freaking people doing that, guess what's going to happen? It's going to go ahead and counteract and push the market to the upside. And that's where you have to also have a little bit more of emotional, what is it called? Emotional logic, or logic, something like that, right? You have to have some sort of logic, man, because if you're just a straight TA guy and you're going based on what the market's telling you, because it has to do it this way because TA is telling me that this is going to be the top, that's where, in my opinion, you're wrong, because you also have to analyze the market on a fundamental side of the market, and you also have to gauge the market on an emotional side of it. How are people reacting, right? And that's where the market's going to go. This is the reason why I knew a short squeeze was going to happen, because I understood all sides of the market. DXY, bullish. What does that mean for crypto? Bearish. Yet we had people super bearish on Bitcoin for that reason, and I told you, a lot of you are way too bearish, man. Way too freaking bearish. On a technical standpoint, it makes sense. But for that reason, I could tell you a short squeeze is going to happen. And that's exactly what happened, right? So you weren't wrong in your analysis. You're 100% right in your analysis. But because this is a fugazi market, this is a made-up market, doesn't exist. On a freaking scale, this does not exist, man. I'm telling you, this is a fugazi market. And this is the reason why I'm telling you, be very, very careful longing and shorting long-term positions, because this market is so made up that we don't know where the top or bottom is. We don't know. And this is the reason why I'm not trying to predict it. I don't care where the market goes. I'm going to make money regardless of where the market goes, whether it's up, down, sideways, on Bitcoin, on meme tokens, on DeFi, on NFT. I don't know, dude. I don't know, and I don't care. I'll figure out a way to make money in this market, right? And that's where a lot of you should also be doing. So instead of like hoping, praying that, the token that you put a lot of money into is going to pump to that 100x that your favorite influencer has been talking about, maybe diversify your knowledge, understand where the market could potentially be heading, and then just go with the market. Like, why fight against the market? I told my buddy this yesterday. I told him, bro, why are you trying to fight against the market? If you're right, if your analysis is right that the market crash is near, you're going to make a lot of money. A lot of money. But if you're wrong, you're going to lose not only time, but you also lost a lot of money trying to predict where the market's going to go. I'm like, this is the reason why I don't predict where the market goes. I just go with the flow. Wherever, if the market's telling us it's going to go up, I'm going to long the market, man. If it's going to tell us that it's going to go down, I'm going to go down with the market. I don't care, and neither should you. But a lot of people are so emotionally attached to not only their positions, but they're also emotionally attached to the direction of where the market's heading. And that is really bad behavior. And this is what we're seeing right now. Overextension of the market. Why? Because I just told you, people are not trading technically. They're trading right now emotionally. We're having shorts double down on the narrative. They're like, there's no way Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana could go up any higher from here. It's hitting resistance, it's showing weakness. There's no way this could go up any higher. The DXY is doing this. Technical, short squeeze. There's no way it could continue to go up, double down, short squeeze. There's no way this could go up anymore, short squeeze. And now the shorts are doubling down on them being correct instead of being, you know what, dude, I'm wrong. It's okay. I lost a lot of money. Let me go ahead and ride the wave of these freaking retail traders. If retail thinks it's going to go up, damn, F it. Let me go ahead and ride the wave with them. But no, we have too many people that their egos are way too inflated and they want to be 100% right in this market. They want to be able to call the top and bottom. They want to short the market when they say so. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing over greediness take over. This is greed, dude. This is straight greed. This is the reason why the market's pumping, and regardless of the direction. It's not even about where the direction of the market's going. This is an artificial market. This is not real. This is just people being freaking people, emotional, doubling down on their idea of wanting to be correct, and they're shorting, causing the market to pump. And then retail is so uneducated, and they're like, oh, look, it's going up. Let me go ahead and double down on my narrative. And they're already up in profits pretty fat, that a lot of these retail traders are doubling, quadrupling down on their narrative. They're like, dude, I'm already up a lot of money. Why would I listen to you? Let me go ahead and double down more, double down more. So you have retail double down on their narrative that's going to continue to pump. And then you have the technical side of the market, where the smart guys that are shorting the market, knowing that this is artificial and they know it has to top somewhere, but they've been trying to top the market so many times that they keep on getting wrecked by retail. I mean, look at this. They try to top it there, pumped. They try to pop it there, pumped. They try to top it there, pumped. So instead of trying to time the market, dude, just ride the wave. Ride the wave where the market goes. If it goes up, make money as it's going up. If it signals a top, let's write it down, man. Let's try not to be correct in the market. And this is what we're seeing in the market right now. We're seeing greed on both sides. And this is the reason why I'm giving you warnings. Don't get excited, bro. Don't get freaking excited. I'm not excited because I told you, I knew this was going to happen. But this is an artificial market. It's not real. It's fugazi. Try longing or shorting the market. I could guarantee you will get wrecked on both sides eventually. Trust me, that's how overinflated the market is. And this is what we all have to be aware of. Like, let's not try to time the top. Let's not try to time the bottom. If you do, you're going to make a lot of money, 100% guaranteed. But if you don't, you're going to not only lose money, but you're going to lose time and opportunities. What would you rather do? Think about it. Would you rather lose money, or would you rather go ahead and lose time and opportunity? I would rather lose money, bro. I would rather be wrong in my narrative, lose my money, than instead of losing opportunities. Because if there's more opportunities in the market, which there will be more opportunities in the market, believe me in that, you're going to be able to lose your money, cut your losses. Okay, it is what it is. I want to FOMO in very bad. But maybe I wasn't positioned where I wanted to be. Let me go ahead and accept it. Let me look at the market. Let me wait for a pullback. And if I do miss out on the market, it's okay. Eventually it's going to have to bump, right? I mean, it's the same thing with, it's very simple, right? But people just love buying on green. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like this is the reason why I'm saying there's a possibility, even though a lot of people might not believe it, there's a possibility that $85,000 Bitcoin could continue if we continue with this greed and this volatility in the market. It could continue. We could see $85,000 being the top, and people are going to double down on their narratives. Nope, it has to dump right here. It has to dump right here. TA is telling me, the moon phase is telling me that it has to dump right here, bro. All right, keep on going with that. There's a time where technicals make no sense. A lot of people are going to be basing, oh, but the 618 is telling me that it should reverse right here and it should dump. Bro, there's a time TA works, and there's a time that it doesn't. Trust me, if it was so simple to make money trading, a lot of people will be making money trading. The reality of the truth is that the market's so manipulated. So unless you're able to react to how the market's moving and you're able to take advantage of that, you'll be able to make money regardless of the market, right? But if you're trying to top the market, you want to be right because you say so, because you want it to be that way, well then good luck in this market. You're probably going to lose a lot of money. You're probably going to make a lot of money and lose. I'm telling you from experience, I'm telling you that I've hit some really nice plays because I've been right on my narratives. That's why when I hit a play, I can make a lot of money. Why? Because I know that when that opportunity is presented, I can make so much freaking money. All it takes is one trade. All it takes is one trade, one narrative, one meme token. All it takes is one for you to make a lot of freaking money. So if you missed out in this market, you lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money I lost money on Grok. I lost money on Pepe. I lost money on freaking getting liquidated 2 weeks. Last month on Solana. You don't think I feel like I've been missing out, bro? I kind of regret not like taking all my profits and then just dumping them into altcoins and then letting them sit there. Why? Because yeah, maybe I would have never made money as fast, but I would have made consistent money, and I would have still had money, right? But unfortunately, because I was trading this market mostly on just emotion and I was trying to do it quick, I got wrecked and I ended up wrecking myself, right? Whether it was my fault or it wasn't. But what I'm trying to tell you overall is that opportunities are still being presented. New meme tokens are pumping every day, man. We could go over to Deck Screener and we could probably see a whole bunch of lists of new tokens that are coming out that are doing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 X's. But you wouldn't know that if you're not exposed to meme tokens because you're so close-minded and you don't believe in meme tokens. No, we can't trade meme tokens. Meme tokens is not the move. It's gambling, right? But if you understand how these meme tokens move, you can make money off these tokens as well. Like this one, Bonk with a Hat, 2.8 million market cap. It literally has been released in a day. You would have been able to hit over 100x on this, maybe 30x, 40x. How would you be able to get into this? Well, you have to be looking at the charts. That's one opportunity. There's another opportunity right here. Pepe, Prep Tech Frog. I don't know what that is. It's a pretty dumb name, right? 9,000% in 3 hours ago. Swift, Shiba with the hats, 4,000% 14 hours ago. 666. This thing is up 47.29%. Looks like this thing is probably coming from a reversal. Who knows? We have this one. What is it? Cat with hat, I'm assuming. 125%. You know what I mean? So like, there's opportunities everywhere. You just have to look for them. And there will be a lot. Trust me. There will be a lot of opportunities. That's the beauty about this space. That a lot of people are going to be too busy distracted looking at like Bitcoin or looking at something else. And if you're actively looking at the market, paying attention, you're going to be able to, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and jump into this. And you'll be able to take advantage of those gains because everybody's getting distracted by something else. This is the reason why I'm telling all of you, like, there's no secret blueprint to any of this. I try figuring out, maybe these people have a secret blueprint when it comes to printing money out of thin air, right? As it seems so. But what I've noticed is the people that are the most successful in this market are the people that are obsessed with this market. You have to be obsessed with this market. You have to wake up thinking like, dude, I can't wait till I learn more about Bitcoin. I can't wait till I learn about how altcoins move, how meme tokens move. I can't wait to learn more about DeFi. That's the kind of attitude you need to have in this space to make a lot of money, because the people that make a lot of money are the people that are in this space literally like 24/7, literally living in this space, sacrificing time, with friends, family, whatever the case is, free time, sleepless nights. Those are the people that make a lot of money. So we're hearing these stories of people, finding the next Pepe, or, turning $10 into millions of dollars. I could guarantee you there's probably a small percentage that some of them got super, super lucky, but I could guarantee you a lot of them were probably putting in a lot of hours every freaking day for months before they actually hit it big, right? And that's what I'm telling you. You just have to be exposed to the market. It's very difficult to be able to time this market. Very difficult, because this market's made up. No one knows where it's going to go. No one knows where it's going to go. Like, for example, today it looks like Marvin actually pumped a lot today. We talked about this major, double bottom pattern with this cup and handle pattern forming. I had burped, my bad. 675 holders, right? What does that mean? That means that it's an opportunity right there. So as long as you stick to the narrative, you believe in it, whatever it is you're investing into, and you're willing to take that risk early on, you're going to be making a lot of money. But if you don't, then you're not. It's really, really that simple. It's no magic trick to being able to call a lot of these tokens that are going to pump. It's very difficult, especially in the space of Solana. I wouldn't be here telling you that, oh yeah, I would have known that if I was patient buying the dip on this. Like, I wouldn't buy the dip on Solana tokens. It's just me. Like any Solana meme token, for me personally, I wouldn't be dollar cost averaging. That's just me, just because I know how the space moves. But maybe there is some tokens that come back, and I'm assuming that all of these tokens are pumping because Solana is pumping right now. Everybody's excited about Solana. Their tokens are now worth more, right? And that's where the point of the market where everything starts to pump. Let's see what Pepe 2's at. Pepe 2 is at what 0.9? Oh, it's at 40 million. This thing looks like it's about to reverse. So would I trade this? For me personally, no, because this is spot trading. Spot trading doesn't excite me, man. I just feel like with spot trading, the risk to reward is not as high, in my opinion. I mean, like, what am I going to trade this for? A 1.5x potentially, maybe a 5x. We could leverage trade and do that better. Vasilio, how's it going? David, why is Solana dumping? I don't know, bro. I haven't even seen Solana dump. Could be a lot of factors. It could be a fake out. It could be the fact that something happened with Solana. I don't know what all of you mean by a dump. Like, I don't see anything going on with Solana. I mean, what do we hit? We hit 140 today, right? Yeah, we hit 135. We hit 135. I mean, I don't know why everybody's freaking out, man. I mean, it's literally a 9% correction. Like why are you freaking out? I mean, on the technical side, it just needs to come down. It just naturally has to come down. That's really how simple it is. I could sit here and do technical analysis on Solana and tell you, but as I'm telling you, you guys have to understand and look at the bigger picture. You're looking at the short-term picture. These only matter as long as you're trading this market like right now. Like, if you're trading the market on the 15-minute chart, then yes, you might be a little bit concerned, but I could tell you why it dumped. I could tell you that, one, Solana pumped very, very crazy. I mean, it went from 110 to 134. Like, should that be any surprise to any of you why Solana's dumping? No, it shouldn't. And this is what I'm trying to tell all of you. Like, a lot of you focus so much sometimes on the price and not focus on the technical side of things. This is literally what this whole entire talk was about. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you have to look at what's going on in the bigger picture. Why is it dumping? Well, because it formed a head and shoulders pattern. It has to come down. It pumped from 110 to 135. It can't just run up forever. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's little simple things like that you have to understand of the market on a technical standpoint, because if you don't, you're just going to go through this not only in life but in crypto like a freaking headless chicken. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to, like, put you on game, right? If you understood some basic technical analysis, you would understand that Solana is dumping because it went from 110 to 134, which is not normal whatsoever. But because we're in crypto, everybody thinks that's normal. That's a 22% pump, man. Profit takers, people that were leverage trading Solana from 110 all the way to a 22% pump. You're like, John, it's only a 22% pump. Like, I'm not taking profits on my Solana. Well, yeah, bro, because you're probably not leverage trading. The leverage traders made a lot of freaking money trading Solana. They want to take their profits. Why? Because they know this market's fugazi. they know this market's artificial. They know this market's fake. They know this market could reverse any moment. And most of these traders don't care. They're like, dude, that's okay. I'm up 300% on my portfolio on Solana leverage trading it. Let me take my profits and re-enter at a cheaper price. And that's what's happening. But see, this is what I'm telling you. Like, most people that just hold on dollar cost average on Solana, they're going to be freaking out when they see Solana go from 110 to 130 and they're wondering why it's dumping. Because the leverage traders took profits. I know 26% might not sound a lot to you, but if you're leverage trading with up to 40x, 20x, you know how much money you'll be making? You'll be making thousands of dollars on that swing trade of only a 22% pump. And this is the reason why I'm telling you, most traders that are trading this, they freaking long the bottom, and guess what they're doing now? They're freaking shorting the top. So they're making money both sides of the market. So Solana, why is it dumping? Because it had a dump. It went from 110 to 130. It's not normal, man. I think we've gotten so used to like a lot of these tokens just pumping forever that we freak out when we see a little correction. It has to correct. Like, if you were looking for an entry on Solana, like let's say for example me this morning, and I woke up, I was like, damn dude, 134, I want to get an entry on this. This would be my entry. Me looking at the market right now, I'd be like, okay, where would my entry be? I think this might be the bottom for Solana. Let me go ahead and long my position, 100x leverage. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not telling you that I'm doing that, but people like myself that missed out on that pump, or people that want to re-enter the market, they're waiting for this to see how far can it dump. Where is the bottom? I think this might be the bottom. Maybe 122 for Solana is the bottom before the next leg up. Maybe this next leg up is $180. Solana's not done with, chat. Like your only concern of why you should be freaking out if Solana's dumping, I'll tell you where the concern will be. The concern for Solana, for you to freak out why it's dumping, would be seeing Solana fall below $104 again. If you see Solana fall back down to these levels again and it doesn't hold them pretty well, then I'd be concerned. But until then, there's nothing to be concerned about. Solana could drop literally all the way down to $109 and still be freaking bullish. Now, the problem with Solana, where I will be freaking out, is if we start seeing Solana come back down to the $98 range. Now, if you see Solana down to the $98 range, this is where you should be freaking out. Maybe consider selling your whole entire bags, because that means Solana would be dropping down to our price target that we've talked about, around $50 to $60, which I really doubt this is the top for Solana. I'm not here to tell you where Solana is going to go. I think, in my opinion, realistically, based on what we've seen with Bitcoin, I think realistically, like not even over trying to hype it to many of you, my price target for Solana was 144. We're not that far away from 144, right? I've been saying 140 for the longest. But realistically, based on what we're seeing in this market, I think potentially we could even see 250 for Solana. We could see 250 for Solana. Does that mean it's going to happen in one initial pump? No, it's not. Can it? 100%. It could. But I think 240, 250 could be the top for Solana. At first, I thought it was 144. We were pretty much not that far away from 144, right? So look at Solana. Look how much room Solana still has to run up. I mean, if you measure, let's say this top to this, it's about still another 83% pump, right? 80% pump. You might not think it's a lot, but if you're leverage trading Solana and you get an 85% pump, bro, you're making a lot of money. So that's why you're going to see the market pump and dump a lot, because you're going to have profit takers taking profits because they don't know where the market's going, and they would rather secure their profits now than trying to figure out and predict where Solana is going to be 6 months down the line. Because as I told you, this market's fugazi. You'll be crazy if you're trying to really predict the market in the next coming months. I feel like in this market environment, you can't do that anymore. I think Solana is crashing about bad. I came late. What's happening with Sol? Is this a live video? Why is it falling so fast? I don't know why everybody's freaking out. Hey Marco, or no, it's not Marco, Count, but I'm pretty sure it's Marco, right? Hey John, Biden is gonna 40x. Following the Trump coin is just logical. Can you go ahead and post a contract, bro? Count, can you post a smart contract for us, please? So yeah, I don't understand this behavior, man. It's like I say this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's like I sit here, I tell you what's going on. I know a lot of you probably joined late, but yeah, it just pretty much tells you what I just talked about, right? Just feel free to go ahead and reverse to the live stream, but I wouldn't be freaking out right now. Like there's nothing to freak out about the market. Should you be scared of this market? Yes, 100%, but I don't think the top is in yet. With that being said, let's go ahead and look at these art. Oh, it looks like I got signed out. So I have to go ahead and figure out that right now. Frick. With that being said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and see where the market goes. I don't know what happened to my freaking account. Let's go ahead and see. Did I get signed out on this too? I think I just have to log in again. Yeah. Well, I'll probably just go ahead and do an update later on today if that's the case, because now I have to go ahead and log into all my freaking accounts, which I'm not going to do. But we'll see where the market goes. I appreciate all of you tuning in. As I mentioned, this is a fugazi market. I mean, market finish on a green, which is a good sign. The market's going to continue to pump. So I do expect Solana to continue to pump, and I do expect Bitcoin to continue to pump. We could go ahead and expect Solana go to the $180 range. My price target is 144. If we break past 144, we will see 180. And if we see 180 being broken, we will be seeing Solana approaching the $250 range, right? So be prepared with what this market is going to bring you. Don't freak out over a small little correction. It's called profit taking. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day. And as always, make sure to go ahead and support the channel by using my links down below. BingX and MEXC, both of these platforms are non-KYC platforms. And if you're looking to go ahead and trade this market, go ahead and check those links down below. But I will go ahead and follow up with another video later on today, right? So I hope